Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. For this week's But Do They Watermarble, I'm featuring the 4 magnetic Masura polishes that I tested recently from Polish Mosh. I'll go ahead and leave that swatch and review down below if you're interested. Today I'll be watermarbling, as always, in my tiny teacup in the order first that I swatched them and then in reverse order. My MacBook is officially out of commission right now, so I'm not going to be able to speed these up as quickly as I usually would. So that gives you a good look at how well these polishes are really spread. I mean, they stamp, they apply amazingly well, and they also watermarble without a problem. So here I'm going to go in for just a double linear pattern as I usually start with. You can see I didn't have to clear the way at all for these. They spread out on their own really nicely. They do dry fairly quickly, but not so quickly that you can't manipulate them. So I was able to get a good marble here. I'll again test them in the reverse order. So this is the purple all the way back down to the red. I think when they spread out, you can really see all of those holographic flakies that are hidden kind of underneath that metallic shimmer when you apply them. I did end up doing about 2 passes of each color, so about 8 drops in these bullseyes. I do believe that you could go even further if you wanted to. You may risk it getting a little bit muddy if you add too much, but I think that these do a great job at spreading out, and they will continue to spread a little bit once you start your pattern. I'm going to go in for a simple petal pattern using my Watermarble tool from What's Up Nails. I was really able to add as many petals as I wanted to here without fear of it drying or mudding up too much. It did continue to shift a little bit, which is not too big of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when I apply a magnet to the design before I even dip it in. I think that's really cool, and I think that could have some really good uses on tightening up patterns maybe. For my base, I'm using one coat of Tux Polish's Onyx. This is a black cream to help those magnetic and holographic pop. For my liquid latex, I'm using Cuticula in the Milky Way scent. It is my absolute favorite. It really helps that scent not be terrible. If you've used latex before, you know it can be kind of harsh on the nose. This one is not. It works really well, and it snaps off really well. So for my final look today, I thought I'd go in for a bit more of a peacock feel, and I did omit the red here, so I'll just be using the teal, blue, and purple. I think I did end up making 2 passes of each, and at first I was going to go in for a spiral pattern. That didn't work out too well for me, so I'm going to go in for a, I'm not even sure what you would call it, where you kind of split it in the middle by dragging outwards, and then lots of feathers downwards. I think if I had picked polishes that were a little less similar in color, this would have been an amazing look. As it is, these kind of blended a little bit on the nail. Even though I got a nice drop there, you kind of couldn't tell where the petals started on my nail. Here's a look at the completed mani before cleanup. I thought that was really cool how that metallic shines off of that liquid latex. So now I'm going to use my top coat. This is a liquid macro by Super Chic Lacquer. And before this has a chance to dry, I'm going to go in with my magnet. And that's really where you're going to get the magnetic effect from these polishes. I did kind of hover it over my nail for a bit to make sure that I had a nice strong line. If you let go too quickly, they will kind of mellow out a little bit. So here's a look at that shift. And here's a look at the completed mani with top coat underneath my artificial lighting. I do really like this effect. It's not necessarily what I was going for, but it is still pretty. So here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So that wraps up this week's But Do They Watermarble? As always, I would love your recommendations down below of collections that you would like to see tested. I know for sure next week I have something really awesome coming, but I always love hearing what you guys want to see. These polishes were sent to me for review, and I'll go ahead and link Masura's as well as Polish Molish's storefront and social media down below. If you'd like, you can follow me on Instagram at Sloppy Swatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.